Shooting gets even more complicated after taking a closer look into 2K25's shot contest system. Do you guys know the term hand down, man down? Normally, that would mean you agreeing the shots that are timed well whenever a defender failed to put his hands up, giving you a proper contest. We recently found out that that's no longer the case on NBA 2K25. This poor contest system may be one of the root causes as to why a lot of you guys are missing shots. It's almost like we're in the upside down. What was once considered wide open is now considered tight coverage, and what used to look like tight coverage, it's now considered wide open. We finna get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Let's get to the video.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
What's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Before we get into the main topic of this video, taking a closer look at shot contests on 2K25, I wanted to give you guys updates on some pending topics. Now, we could all agree that a lot of players, they're having trouble adjusting to the new shooting changes. A lot of us are just out here trying to figure it out. If you're anything like me, you probably went into your jump shot creator. Let's go into the animations. And you probably thought to, let me just go in there real quick. Look at all these jump shots I got. And if you're anything like me, you were probably thinking that maybe in the jump shot creator, these grades actually mean more. Maybe I'll hit more shots if I really get a good grade on my defensive immunity. Or what if timing stability can decrease the amount of shift you get in your green window, as 2K Labs recently found out that for each shot you take, 2K is shifting that green window. If I achieve an A+ grade on my timing stability, is there a possibility that it'll limit the amount of shift I receive? I personally lean towards this route, put it to the test, and see no difference. And 2K Lab also ran some initial testing on this topic. As you guys see in this response to DeMar DeRozan, says, does timing stability on custom jumpers limit the shift in windows? 2K Lab saying, I've done some initial testing and I don't believe it does. Just when you start to believe that maybe shooting does make sense and we gotta dig a little deeper, we end up finding out that shooting is not even that complex. I gotta tell you, it's frustrating when you're really trying to find answers, and the only answer that we really got is from 2K Lab's video on rhythm shooting, finding out that rhythm shooters, players that use the stick to shoot the rock, as opposed to button shooters, players that like to use the button to shoot, them rhythm shooters get a 70% larger green window than players who like to shoot using the button. An additional variable in a broken shot contest system, it's in our best interest to shoot with a much larger green window. Otherwise, it seems like shooting is just not gonna make any sense. Or more likely the case, it just makes too much sense. Maybe too close to what NBA players actually shoot and too realistic for our liking. And this has led to some really popular and some really good 2K players sending out these posts. Very different opinions formed from both ends of the spectrum. Iggy sent out this initial post saying 2K25 has been out for weeks and I still can't shoot. It's not funny anymore. In another post he sent out, he says, I'm not rhythm shooting, man. I'm not buying a new controller every month due to stick drift. I'll die on that hill. And I can't front y'all, that was one of my main concerns with rhythm shooting as well. I do my best to avoid games that have the potential to give my controller stick drift. These controllers are way too expensive and they get stick drift way too easy. Surely that's not 2K's problem, but as a 2K player, rhythm shooting will have you using the sticks at a higher rate and with more intensity. Now on the opposite side of the spectrum, Grinding sent out this post saying, I swear the 2K community wakes up angry at the world. Just to clarify a few things, I do not want shooting buffed. If you know me, you know why. I shoot 55% from 3 using only X to shoot in over 700 games, sadly. It's not a skill issue. I don't even necessarily want to change. I was just voicing my opinion on a very specific gameplay aspect where random animations can affect the speed of your jump shot instead of a controlled variable like stamina loss, for example. Honestly, I wish more people understood what's going on with shooting. Those random animations that Grinding pointed out that could affect the speed of your jump shot, it's what causes me the most stress playing 2K25, and it's what gets me infuriated. I guess that's how 2K incorporates those shifting green windows, because if you pay close attention to your release, you'd have a way bigger chance of hitting your shot more consistently. But let's not deny the fact here is that we're talking about paying so close attention that you have to notice these variables and still time your shot within milliseconds. It's no small feat that we're trying to accomplish here. In some other news, NBA 2K players are still bothered by skill-based matchmaking, even though there are rumors that 2K has added some sort of hotfix update To adjust the skill-based matchmaking, Ja sent out this post saying, because of NBA 2K's horrible skill-based matchmaking system, this is really the year we don't have to spend loads of money on 2K. We can literally win games on a 60 overall build. And he ends that post with a crying face emoji. He's referring to players out there doing something called reverse boosting, where high rep players get on the court with a 60 overall black play teammate. Not to mention, folks were in that Basketball Gods event with 60 overalls greening 3-pointers. Dudes out there had a 25 3-ball. And in this last post, before we get into the shot contest system on 2K25, Shoot sent out this message. In case you guys are having trouble getting games while you're in the proving grounds, he says, to get faster games in proving grounds, if your rank is showing up by banner, exit to main menu and load up again. Keep doing this until your rank disappears. It could take 2 or 3 times, but it fixes the problem. And now let's get into 2K25's shot contest system and how it's so different from what we've seen in previous versions of 2K. After taking a closer look into 2K25 shot contest system, I feel like 2K24, they did it way better. I feel oftentimes we get forced into canned, predetermined poor shot contest animations. Sometimes you'll be right up on the shooter, and the contest animation will actually push you backwards, away from the shooter, just so it can display the canned animation. And for you guys who don't understand what canned animations actually are, it's when 2K takes control of your player because you warped into a predetermined animation that 2K has set forth to make the game look good. This is why oftentimes you'll notice that the physics, they don't seem to align. The speed at which your player was moving should have led to a different outcome. If you're moving faster, you'll jump further. And a lot of these canned animations within shooting prevent that. Another key example of canned animations would be like defenders getting warped into contact dunks. That boy was not even in the play. To make the dunk look good, 2K warps your defender into the play and you just get bodied. It's 2K's way of creating that wow effect. Now, in regards to 2K25 shot contests, what we've come to find out is whether you put your hands up or you leave your hands down and just run at the defender, the outcome seems to be RNG. It's not 100% certain that you'll get a contest or not. The good homie LakerFan dropped an in-depth video on this topic. I'll have a link for that video in the description below in case you guys want to check it out. But here's a clip of what LakerFan has experienced himself in regards to shot contests.
Point being, you know, he's running at him and he jumps and he gets the jump before the shot even gets off, and it's wide open, man. It's literally wide open. Not open, just wide open. The hands up contests are kind of just, the animations are bad sometimes where it doesn't put you near the shooter enough realistically. But anyway, you know, he tries, he puts the hands up, you know, at 5'9", he is getting shot over for sure. It's tough to come out here and actually contest builds when you're on a build this short, because you obviously can't really get into their peripherals on the shooting. And as you can see, it was open right there. But again, you compare it then to this one, and yes, I get it, it's not the exact same shooter. You know, Bonnie at the end of the day is contesting a different player in this clip than he was in the other one. But as you can see, he's not jumping. It's hard to see his player model through the other player, but like this man is on the ground right now. He's not like hands up, he's not jumping, he's not anything, you know, and boom, there it is. And again, it was a late hands up, but it wasn't before the shot even gets off. And again, that's a very tight, bro. That's very tight. Anyway, that just, you know, defies the logic of not being able to contest a shot as a small guard in the first place. But yeah, once again, I get it, two-way tenacity, you know, it's a red, but you know, there's more to it than just that, for sure. Like, you'll see plenty of these clips where I'm doing the exact same thing, and as you can see, it's gonna be a red.
Did you guys see all those weird contests? There were instances where LakerFan didn't even put his hands up, and the shooter out there receiving a tight coverage feedback. One of the main things that irks me about this particular topic is that 2K24 had it perfect. It was one of the first years where I learned how to create shots within tight windows. And if that defender had his hands down, best believe I was shooting the rock. There was no dramatic effect on my jump shot to dramatically change his shot timing. And as a shooter, it just felt like an instant kill. It's one of the more gratifying feelings as a shooter to knock down a green because that defender failed to put his hands up. To me, that felt like skill. As primary ball handle shooters, where do we go from here? How do we adjust and how do we make sense of it? As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comment section below. Drop a like, drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.